CLOSEAutoplayShow thumbnails show CaptionsLast SlideNext slide earlier this week. Kentucky coach Mark Stoops described No. 1 Alabama's offense as perhaps the best he has ever seen in his time as a college football coach. Nothing about the way Saturday's game played out offered a significant rebuttal to that opinion. Kentucky kept things close for only one quarter before the Crimson Tide cruised to a 63-3 victory, handing the Wildcats their largest margin of defeat in the Stoops era. Kentucky had not lost a game by at least 40 points since Stoops' first season in Lexington and had never lost by more than 42 points before Saturday in his tenure. The loss was Kentucky's worst since a 65-0 defeat at Florida in 1996 and the sixth largest margin of defeat in program history. "It's not a good look," Stoops said after the loss. "It's not something where we want to be. Here are 3 things we learned from the performance. An unexpected route to an expected outcome considering Alabama was a 30-point favorite even before we learned Kentucky would be without 5 starters. The final score came as no surprise. But at least early, Kentucky looked far more competitive than expected. Kentucky actually outgained Alabama 121 yards to 79 in the first quarter. 3 of UK's first 4 drives reached at least the Alabama 25-yard line, but the Wildcats managed just 3 points from those drives. More, Kentucky without more than 10 players at Alabama, including Chris Rodriguez, Jamin DavisKentucky's second drive of the game was stalled by a holding penalty that negated a Kavosiey Smoke run that would have resulted in a first-and-goal play from the 2-yard line. UK failed to score a touchdown on 3 attempts inside the Alabama 10-yard line on the next drive, and then lost any chance at points when a bad snap on the field goal attempt resulted in a 36-yard loss. The next drive reached Alabama's 25-yard line, but another bad snap on a field goal contributed to a miss on a 42-yard attempt from Matt Ruffolo. Perhaps most concerning, when asked about the early red zone struggles after the game, senior running back A.J. Rose pointed to offensive coordinator Eddie Gran's play calling as an issue. "He called what he thought was needed," Rose said. "We had to go out there and execute it, and we failed at that." Meanwhile, Alabama's vaunted offense found its stride and quickly turned the game into a blowout. By halftime, the score was 28-3. A Terry Wilson interception returned for a touchdown early in the third quarter was enough for Mark Stoops to start finding snaps for young backups. Kentucky deserves credit for not simply rolling over when running back Chris Rodriguez, linebacker Jamin Davis, tight end Justin Rigg, offensive guard Luke Fortner and punter Max Duffy did not make the trip due to a combination of injuries and COVID-19 quarantines, but the search for offensive playmakers capable of turning promising drives into touchdown continues on.